And hello, everybody. I hope you are doing well. Looks like we are broadcasting here. If you can, just type in the chat window. Let me know you can hear me. I'm going to give you a strum too. I think we have all the knobs and dials are going. So if you could just please type in, say hello. We got a lot of people checking in. Gosh, from all over the place. So welcome everybody. We'll get started in another minute. Just doing a little sound check here. If you could just type in a quick little note, let me know you can hear me okay. That would feel, I would feel better. That would be fantastic. So thank you. Lots of people coming into the room. Welcome. Please type in, say hello in the chat. That would be great. I haven't seen anybody's names pass up here. Marla, thank you. I feel better knowing that somebody can actually hear me, so that's fantastic. Hi, how are you? Welcome. We're going to get started in another minute. All good. Sounds video. Hi, everybody. Sarah. Shirley says hi. Sandra, hi from Australia. Hello down under. We are broadcasting live from beautiful Southern California. So welcome. I did give a strum on the guitar. If somebody could just type in a note, let me know that you can hear that okay. It's all plugged in. It's always a good thing. Just type in a quick little note and let me know. All right, sounds great. Silky, hi, how are you? Hi, Mark, hear you fine. Elle from Scottsdale. All right, we're in business, so we're running. We're good to go. I'm feeling amped up. I'm excited to be sharing with you. I'm flying solo tonight. I decided to give Dr. Lara the night off. Poor girl with 2 children. She keeps busy. So we're going to get started here. And let me just make sure everybody's coming to the room. Looks like we got the room is loading up. We've got people from all over in Kingston and Brighton, UK. Oh man, we've got Australia represented. I saw Germany, South Jersey. We can't forget Linda in South Jersey. So this is awesome. We've got Sheila from Newport Beach, a local. Fantastic. Welcome. As I mentioned, my name is Mark Romero, broadcasting live from beautiful Southern California. So excited that you can join me. So I say we get started on this webinar today. So I'm going to do some screens today. So let me get that up and running here and we will get started. So welcome everybody. This is Mark Romero. Today is the 29th of October, Thursday at least here in beautiful Southern California. It's a couple minutes after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Very excited to be sharing tonight's webinar, which is entitled Unleash the Magnificent You. There's a story behind that title. That title is like one of my first talks that I did after I first left the corporate world way back when. And so really excited to be sharing this today. And I hope you guys really enjoy what we'll be doing today and what we're going through. And of course, we're going to have an opportunity to do some music, do some process work, and really create a space for transformation, for shift right here, right now. So looks like the room is loading up. I got everybody's giving me thumbs up that they can hear me okay, which is fantastic. We're going. So off we go. Have Pamela from New Zealand. So we really do have all the corners of the world represented this evening. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm just really in extreme gratitude that you guys would take the time to tune in, so I better hush up and get moving. What do you say? So tonight's webinar is entitled Unleash the Magnificent You. And let's see. Today I'm going to share with you how you can create a more prosperous, fulfilling, vibrant, and awakened life. Does anybody want that? Anybody interested in that? If you're on the thing, type in, yes, I'm interested. I want to open to more prosperity. And I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about, having a prosperous life, a vibrant life, fulfillment. I don't know about you, but man, fulfillment is key. Yes, it's one thing to have prosperity, but it's another thing to also be fulfilled, to have vibrant health, and to be awakened. And when I say awakened, I mean like awakened to our mastery, awakened to our magnificence. And that's really the whole point tonight, is to really just carve the space for all of us to open up to another level of our magnificence, our unlimited potential, and the truth of who and what we are. Sandra says yes, she's up for this. Fantastic. Thank you so very much. She was the only one that said, oh, I see a couple other yeses. Thank you. There must be like some kind of like vortex quantum time delay or something before I get responses. But thank you. I feel great. You're in the right place. So welcome, welcome once again. Whoops. Yes. One of the key things, I really want to inject this right now, because for some of you might be familiar with some of the things that we're talking about. We're talking about quantum physics, but some of you are new. I know some of you are new to me and the work that I do. And I ask that just for the sake of our time together, I want you to check your current belief structures at the door. Whatever your perceptions are of life and how it works and how it operates, your role, who and what you are, I want you to please check them at the door. Make sure you get your little ticket so that you can pick them up on the way out. If you want to pick them up on the way out, you are more than welcome to pick up your current belief structures on the way out of the door at the end of our webinar today. So please check your current belief structures at the door. And I know we live in a busy world. Okay. And I know I love that picture up on the upper left, man, because people have like become texting machines. You watch in 10 years, we're going to have people developing these things in their thumbs, you know, from texting too much. I already see it happening with teenage kids and stuff. They don't even talk to anybody anymore. They just text. But I really need your attention. So if you're Googling, Facebooking, texting, just for this time, just really be present. So check in the belief structures. Take your attention away from all those distractions in life and bring yourself to this moment, this time, this space. I guarantee you we're going to really share some cool things tonight. There's going to be some music. We're going to do some really powerful process work. So just need to have your attention to be able to do that. So, all right. To get this show started, you know where I love to start, okay? And that is always with some music. So last time I did this, somebody said, Mark, man, we want to see you play. We don't want to look at the relax and breathe thing, but that's what I'm going to ask you to do, is just relax and breathe. And I'm going to go back to the camera here so you can actually see that I am really playing on these calls live. So once again, just take some nice deep breaths, you know, the kind of breaths that just expand every aspect of your lungs. I mean, as human beings, we literally forget to breathe sometimes. You know, we get stressed out, we get busy, we get caught up in the craziness of life, and we literally forget to breathe. So this is an opportunity for you to breathe. Let go, relax, bring yourself present. And of course, I always love to play a musical mantra for openings, so I think we should start. Just take another deep breath. Just take another deep breath. And once again, just another deep breath and just center yourself in for this time, this space. So I'm going to go back to the slides here real quick. See, I listen to you guys. You say you want to see me play? There you go. So back to the slides. Here we go. So fantastic. We relaxed and we breathed. We're ready to embark upon this journey today to just provide another piece of the puzzle to help you unleash the magnificent you. So, I know there's some new people. I'm just going to make this real quick. My name is Mark Romero. I began this amazing journey 13 years ago. Dr. Lara caught me in the hallway and she said, you know what? I don't care how much money you're making. I look in your eyes and you're dead. When are you going to have the courage to go for the dream? And so she was right. 19 years in the high-tech business, CEO, shiny car, home, all the stuff that we're supposed to do to be happy in life, but yet I was anything but happy, anything but fulfilled. So I left to embark upon my hero's journey, to discover what my purpose was and how ultimately I could bring that forward to help empower people on their journey through life. So 10 years ago now, a former top consultant to NASA, discovered frequencies in my music. It changed my whole life and what I've been doing. So, I mean, it's amazing. Life happens contrary to our biggest and best agendas. So all of you who have attachments, you should check them at the door and don't even bother picking them up on the way out. You won't get a ticket for them because life's not going to unfold in the way that you think it should. And just come to terms with that right now. It can save you years of anguish, just speaking from personal experience. So for the last 10 years, I've been helping people revitalize their lives, restore harmony in their lives, and better handle the challenges of modern day living. Let's face it, man, life is crazy sometimes. I mean, we're being just bombarded more and more by things and stuff. Look at it. I was showing the picture of texting earlier. We can't even go to the restroom anymore without somebody texting us and asking us what we're doing, you know, and you're probably like, you don't really want to ask that right now. And over the course of those 10 years, I've had the honor and the privilege really of sharing stage with some of the biggest names in the transformational industry. You know, with T. Harv Eker, Bruce Lipton, Marianne Williamson, Mark Victor Hansen, just really had a great time to really make one of my dreams come true, is speak on the stage and have an opportunity to do those things. And it's been really fantastic. But my primary focus is really helping to restore harmony into the world. And in order to do that, we have to find harmony and balance within ourselves. So that's what we're embarking upon here. So that's what I do. Enough about me. Let's dive into our content for the evening. I wanted to throw this up because Dr. Jones was my buddy. He's the one who threw the stick in my spokes, so to speak, started me on a pathway that I never saw coming. I never wanted to get into any kind of healing or what back then what I would have considered like woo-woo transformational work and stuff. But Dr. Jones was a gentleman who discovered the frequencies of my music, and I wanted to share this testimonial from him. He said, Mark's music is indeed a milestone in the overall mission of empowering the lives of people. And that is what I do. I help people peel back the layers and reveal the magnificence, the unlimited potential that is within them. And that's what we're going to take on tonight, and I'm really excited about that. So I want to share a quote because, and some of you have heard this quote, but I'm going to share it again because it really is so important. I did not know what I was doing, okay, for many years on this journey. I remember I did a session with a lady who she goes, she told me, she goes, you know, you're just going to have to come to terms that for many years on your journey, you're not going to know what you're doing. Of course, for being a former corporate guy and CEO guy, that was very frustrating for me. But one day I heard this quote. I want to share it with you because it just hit the aha and totally revealed to me what it is that I'm doing with this energy, with the music, and what we're ultimately doing tonight. Here's the quote. People think we need to seek enlightenment. No, we are enlightened. That is our natural state. The unnatural state is what we have been put into. It is not, we don't have to seek enlightenment. We have to remove the vibrational barriers and the limiting belief systems that have held us in a state of unenlightenment. I want to read that again, okay? We don't have to seek enlightenment. We have to remove the vibrational barriers and the limiting belief systems that have held us in a state of unenlightenment. Okay, last month I talked about the vibrational barriers in our environment, the toxic chemicals, the cell phones, the Wi-Fi, the smart meters, all the things that have permeated our modern day world, and ultimately how it is that we can rise above them and how we must rise above them to reconnect to our true enlightened state. Tonight we're dealing with the limiting belief systems. That's what we're diving into. But it is these things that have held us in a state of unenlightenment. It's not about seeking it. It's about removing what is stopping us from being what we already are. You see, you already are magnificent. You already are unlimited in your potential. You already are grand, fantastic, powerful. It's just so many of us, to one level or another, have created all kinds of stories saying that we're anything but that. And we're going to get into that here in a second. So I want you to take a deep breath. In fact, I'm even going to play a little piece of music here because I want you to really step into your power right here, right now. Okay? And imagine. Imagination. It's powerful. It's what begins to shape and shift the quantum world around us. So I want you to imagine opening to a more abundant and prosperous life. That's the number one thing in all the surveys I've seen that I've done that people want. So just take a deep breath and access that beautiful mechanism that we all have. And just imagine yourself being abundant and prosperous, however that looks for you. Take another deep breath and imagine yourself increasing your level of joy and fulfillment in your life. Take a deep breath. Imagine revitalizing your health, being energetic and vibrant. Every day you wake up just ready to take on all that life has to offer. Imagine enhancing your spiritual connection, however that looks for you. Take another deep breath and expanding that awareness of who and what you truly are. Take another breath. So you guys are so powerful that in that moment, to whatever level you were able to imagine those things, you were actually beginning to impact the world around you, the quantum universe that we all swim in. That's how powerful you really are. So just take another deep breath and imagine yourself living that way. A harmonious life. So the first realization I want to talk about tonight is you are pure magnificence. All right? We are expressions of a magnificent field of energy that is unlimited in its potential. Think about that. You know, quantum physics has completely redefined the world that we live in. We're not separate from each other. We're not this person that... It's completely been redefined. We are expressions of a field of energy. Quantum physicists call the field, we've heard it called source energy, we've heard it called the mind of God. There's all kinds of things. Insert the name that you're most comfortable with. Regardless of what that is, you are an expression of that. Everything is made of this energy. I like to call it pure consciousness. We're made of consciousness. We are consciousness. Who you see in the mirror is the tip of the iceberg of who and what you are. You're so much more than that. We are made of the same energy that put the stars in the sky, the planets around the sun, and all the amazing things that happen in your body without you thinking about it. Think about what goes on in the inner universe just within you. You got these, hormones secreting. That could be a good thing, maybe not such a good thing, but all these things that happen, the miracle of who and what you are. I remember reading a book way back. It was by Ogmandino. I don't remember which one it was, but it talked about the miracle. I think it was the greatest miracle in the world, actually. Thank you very much. And it talked about how just miraculous we are. So think about that. You're made up of the same energy that put the stars in the sky, that put the planets around the sun, and all the amazing things that happen in your body without you thinking about it. I mean, that's just, touching the top of the iceberg, no pun intended. But that's really who and what we really are. So I love to use this analogy of the super biological wireless computer. I mean, we're all familiar with technology, so you're on this call, so you know technology. Okay, you know how to get on the internet. We all have these little smart devices and all these different things. We access the internet. Well, in essence, we are like super biological wireless computers, and we're accessing the ultimate super internet. Last month's webinar, I talked about why it's important to have a good connection. Today, we're going on a different level. But that's in essence who and what it is that we are. You're a super biological wireless computer plugged into the ultimate super internet. You have access to everything you need to transform your life. Everything. You have access to everything you need to revitalize your health. You have access to everything you need to change your life and your world. We all signed up here to come play the game of life, to learn how to do this, to learn that we are magnificent, to have the experience of this, and to learn how to access this information and begin to utilize that information to transform our lives. You all have it. I don't care what challenges you're facing right now, what obstacles you might be encountering in your experience, you have the ability to overcome them, to learn, to expand, and become something more as a result of those challenges. So, always brings up the question. That being said, why do we suffer? Why do we suffer so much in life? There's so much disharmony in our experience, in our world. Heck, if you're brave enough to turn on the news, we see it. It's all there. Why do we suffer? And that brings us to realization number 2. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your perceptions are shaping your reality. Now, we might not want to believe that. We might not want to accept that responsibility. But now scientists, these guys, that wear the white coats and have the pocket protectors and stuff, and quantum physicists are actually testing and showing how we're impacting matter and energy by focusing our attention upon it. So let me tell you something. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your perception, what it is that you're focusing your attention upon is shaping your reality. And this, my friend, the most powerful disruptor of them all, and I talk about energy disruptors, are our own limiting thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions that we all hold to one degree or another. And that's okay. This is part of life. This is part of the human experience. We get down on ourselves for having, oh my gosh, I'm holding on to these limiting thoughts. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm a spiritual person, all that stuff. Give yourself a break. Okay? There's so much conversation about raising our vibration. I hear it all the time out there. We have to raise our vibration. Just remember this, and there's a great analogy right there in that picture. Okay? There's a sine wave. Energy. In fact, I think I'm going to pull my arrow right here. You should be able to see it. Whoops, helps if I go to the right screen. Okay, so you see the arrow here? You see this peak? And there's a valley. Peak, valley, energy, vibration. You're going to go through your peaks and valleys. You're going to go through your vibration. Yes, you can change it. How deep they go, how long they last. Ultimately, we're energy. So let me ask you a question. Let's stick with the technology analogy. Where does the internet exist? Let's bring this down to earth. Where does the internet exist? Okay. It's a really good question. We access it through our computer, but do any of us really know where it is? Well, it exists in ones and zeros on different servers all over the world. Ones and zeros. Vibrational information. Okay? Your computer decodes that vibrational information and it puts it on the screen for you to experience the internet. That's how we can go on and do searches for Google and stuff like that and everything. Okay? This is a great analogy. All right? That computer is like you. Remember the analogy of the super biological computer? Okay, we're going to dive into this a little bit more. But your computer actually decodes ones and zeros and puts them up on the screen so that you can experience the internet, life on the computer screen. The operating system software of your mind is the same thing. It decodes vibrational information and puts it up on the movie screen of your life experience for you to experience. Right there. Your outer world is what it is that you're searching for in life. It's the energy that you're processing is out picturing masterfully on the movie screen of your life experience. So, and this is very key, and if your energy and thoughts are out of tune, you're going to experience challenges. How many of you have challenges in your life right now? How many of you? We all do. If you have a challenge in your life, just type it in right there. I have a challenge. Type it down. I have challenges. I mean, I'm still, working on my humanity. Never going to be done. These are the out pictures. The out pictures in your life of the challenges, if you're experiencing them in your physical health, in the world around you, are out pictures of disruptive, disharmonious energy, limiting thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions that you're holding within yourself. And unfortunately, many of us are running old programming. It's Windows 98. I love the MS-DOS. Okay, I love that picture of the computer down. I remember those days. Look at that. It's got I love this here. I don't know if anybody remembers these big old floppy drives and stuff. Oh my God. But it's like we all have challenges. And guess what? That old programming that you're holding on to is out picturing on the movie screen of your life experience, providing you an opportunity to shift those challenges. Because guess what? We all need to update the programming of our minds. Some of us are running MS-DOS. Some of us are running Windows 98. I see people typing in here, Dylan saying, I've got challenges. Sandra, I can't find a partner. Marion, I'm looking for a new job. I mean, Chris saying my world is crumbling. Kitty saying I want to recreate my life. If you're having challenges and breakdowns in your life, that's the outward picture of the programming that needs to be updated. Okay? Now see, what have we been taught to do with our challenges? Okay, we've been taught to fight them. We've been taught to resist them. We've been taught to curse them. We've been taught to look at them negatively. After all, they're bad. If you can get this one piece right here, This will save you a tremendous amount of energy, okay? Your challenges are an opportunity, okay? They're a catalyst, a potential catalyst that can lift your life to another level and unveil a whole nother level of your magnificence, the truth of who and what you are. Now, I know that's a huge jump, especially when you're in the midst of it. And I know I can relate to this. Hey, man, people think that I just like effortlessly sashayed from the corporate world, being CEO guy, into what I'm doing today. No, it was horrible in some ways. It has been the most challenging experience in my life. You know, I was king of the salesman back in the tech days. Well, let me tell you something. The whole game changes when it comes time to sell yourself. Okay, all the stuff comes up from your childhood, all the limiting programming. I went through the ringer, came months away from losing the house. I mean, and as a father and as a husband, you know, nothing could be worse because, you know, us men, we hold on to this belief that, hey, we're the provider, we need to be doing this, and if we don't do that, then you're less than, not enough, and not good enough. So we all go through challenges, and yes, they're a drag. But guess what? If we're able to quit fighting them and resisting them, and as Carl Jung said, what you resist persists in your life. Remember when I was showing you that vibration? Okay, if you want to stay in the bottom trough of the vibration, of the sine wave, so to speak, and the vibration of your life, keep resisting, keep fighting, keep cursing your challenges. So just take a deep breath right now. And inquire, how can this challenge lift my life to another level? How can I shift this as a catalyst to truly lifting my experience, my life, to a whole nother level of possibility? Something to consider, huh? But unfortunately, we've all been programmed to believe certain things. You know, that you got to work hard to be successful, that all-out massive action creates results, you know, that all the solutions to everything is out there separate from yourself. Like if you have this issue, take this pill, you know, do all these different things. No. We've all been programmed to believe certain belief structures, and we're all in the process of upgrading the operating system software of our mind. I love this little guy right here, man. I love the rings under his eyes, the whole shop. And how many of you have ever woken up in the morning looking like this, or at least your hair? I mean, like, look at that head of hair, man. How many of you have woken up, you go walk into the bathroom, you look in the mirror, and that's what you see? Oh, and what do you want to do? You want to change the reflection, right? You want to change it. This is a great analogy for our lives. So what do? We reach in the drawer, but how we've been taught and conditioned is that we start brushing the mirror and we expect the reflection to change. It does not work that way. You have to work within you, okay? So if you're having trouble finishing what it is that you start, you can go to all the, you know, scheduling classes and different things. But until you change that programming within you that is out picturing as having challenges finishing what you start, guess what? It's never going to change. I battled for years with being overweight. It wasn't until I changed my internal programming that I was able to break through, and finally shift my physicality. Okay? We all know that people have done all the diets, all the workout programs, all these things, but yet still struggle. Why? Because you have to change the internal programming. So, hey, I'm not an artist here, but I put this together real quick. I really wanted to bring this kind of down to earth because quantum physics can push you over the deep end very quickly. So this is like down to earth quantum physics so that we can really grasp it and understand it. But at the top, you see it says there, the ultimate super internet. That's the quantum field, pure consciousness, okay? That's who and what you are, okay? We know that we're made up of mind, body, and spirit, right? We have spirit at the top, those little arrows flowing down. Let me see if I can bring my arrow here. These little arrows are the flow of energy, okay? Now these little cotton balls aren't actually sheep. Those are the thoughts, the beliefs, the perceptions, that limiting programming that we've all incorporated into our lives at one degree or another. Okay? Those limiting thoughts, beliefs cause energy disruption. All right? Everything above this line here is non-material. We don't experience it through our senses. Okay? We only experience what's below the line. That's the physical world. Okay? So what happens is that energy flows. It encounters these thoughts, these beliefs, these perceptions that have been put into the operating system software of our minds, and it outpictures in the physical world, either in your physical body or in your outward experiences. All right? Once again, that disruptive energy, those limiting thoughts and beliefs are going to outpicture in your physical body or in your outward experiences. So if you're having health challenges, take a look at that. If you're having challenges, recreating your life or finding a partner or losing weight or looking for a new job, no matter what you do, or you feel like your world is crumbling, you know what? You need to change the programming. And that's what we're going to engage in. That's what we're learning how to do. And unfortunately, if I go back to that analogy with the kid looking in the mirror, you can't do it out there. You have to do it within. If you want to create lasting change in your life, you have to change within. Change within and the outward changes. Change your mind and the outward world will shift and change for you. So this brings up an interesting thing because I first discovered about energy in my music, that it could eliminate the negative effects of energy disruptors in the environment. But when I started learning about consciousness and thoughts and the programming that we showed here on the previous screen, in the mind, all this is also energy. The most powerful energy disruptor of them all, according to Dr. Jones, who is the former top consultant to NASA, are our own thoughts and beliefs. So that's where I came up with this idea of using music to help people overwrite the energy disruptors that are between their ears, the limiting thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions, the limiting stories, the ones that say I'm not good enough, I don't deserve, life is this way. If you got to be successful, you got to work hard, or the only way to be successful is get a job that's from 8 to 5 o'clock every day. Think about how we've been programmed with all these thoughts and beliefs and perceptions. We need to rise above those thoughts, those beliefs, and those perceptions to truly tap into the aspect that we are pure consciousness and that we can create whatever it is that we desire. So I want to share a story because this is a great story, and I think many of you can relate to this. I had a young lady came to me, and she said these words: I keep attracting the same kind of man in my life. Okay, it might have had a couple more colorful metaphors in it, but I don't want to go into those right now. But, and so I'm kind of like going, okay, so I'm digging. And I realized I could hear that she was broadcasting resentment. I'm like going, why are you broadcasting resentment? Who is it that you're unresolved about? And it ended up being her father. And so I got this idea, you know what, I'm going to create you a piece of music on forgiveness. Just an idea. So I sat back, I set the intention to play forgiveness music. Out comes this piece of music I'd never played before. I recorded it. I sent it to her. I said, here, play this in your environment. Let's see what happens. And I asked her, are you willing to forgive your dad? And she said, you know what, I am. I said, cool, play this. Let's see what happens. 2 days later, she calls me up. Mark, you are not going to believe this. My father called me up today, and he said, hey, you know what, 10 years is way too long to have unresolved issues. Are you open to sitting down and talking about reconciliation, talking about forgiveness? She said, you don't understand, Mark. My dad is macho man. I always add this in. You look up macho in the dictionary, and there's his picture. I'm like going, you know what? The biggest lesson that we need to learn is that our outer world, our relationships, everything out there is reflecting back to us. You set the intention to forgive, and you played with this energy in this music and this intention of forgiveness. And lo and behold, what happened? An opportunity for her to forgive what needed to be forgiving before she was ever going to attract that healthy, loving relationship that she truly desired. And over the last 10 years, she was just attracting her dad in different relationships as an opportunity to heal that, to bring to light that she needed to heal and forgive her father for being human. We can't hold on to stuff. The only person we're screwing is ourselves when we hold on to stuff like that. We need to let go and forgive. So, this is where we're going to get into a process work here. And this is really a great thing because once again, we hear a lot about people trying to find their limiting thoughts and beliefs, how am I going to get there? Well, I don't know about you, but man, we can get lost in the subconscious mind trying to find all the limiting thoughts and beliefs and perceptions that we hold on to. But those challenges, okay, this is huge. The feelings that you have about your obstacles and challenges, the frustration, the anger, the being pissed off, whatever it might be, those are the doorway to letting them go. Let me say that again. The feelings that you have about your obstacles and challenges, okay, that you're experiencing right now in your life, what are they for you? Anger, frustration. Type them in, man. What are your feelings that you have about the challenges that you're experiencing? Get them out. Get them on the piece of paper, or in this case, in the texting field or whatever. But they're the doorway. But what do? What have we been taught? Once again, stuff them. Stuff them with food. Stuff them with alcohol. Don't pay attention to them. Get on social media. Play Facebook games. Get on the TV. Drink alcohol. Whatever it might be. No, those feelings are energy. Our feelings, our emotions are energy detectors. We're energy. We're energy processors, so to speak. And the feelings that you have about your obstacle and challenges are the doorway to letting them go. We don't have to dig forever in the subconscious mind. You don't have to do it. The feeling that you have about your obstacle is the window directly to that disruptive thought, belief, and perception. And what we need to do is open that window and release that energy. Does that sound cool or what? You don't have to go to 30 years anymore of therapy to forgive your mom. No, you don't have to do that. Man, we're in a time and age where things are happening quickly, fast. Once again, go back to this thing. In the mind, those are out picturing. The feelings are the pathway to these, the limiting thoughts and beliefs. The limiting thoughts and beliefs that we hold in our mind. That is what's decoding the vibrational information from the field and out picturing in your physical health and in the world around you. So when I see comments like, I keep finding people who treat me badly, and recently has been people I trusted the most, what could be the cause of this? Well, I'm going to have you take a look at the relationship you have yourself. Where are you not treating yourself well? Where are you not loving yourself? Where are you treating yourself poorly? We've all done it from one time or another. We all have the beat up stick. We keep it on our belt buckle. And my God, if we suffer from humanity, we just flog ourselves with it. Well, enough of that. We deserve to have exceptional lives. That's what we've come here to tap into and experience. So those feelings are the pathway. So we're going to do some process work. So I want you to come up right now with your biggest number one challenge that you have right now. Take a deep breath. What is it? Okay, I see people. Write it down. Write it on the thing. Let's make this as interactive as we can. I'm needing to end a toxic relationship and find new employment. Okay, so let me ask you a question. How does that toxic relationship make you feel? What are the feelings? Sadness, frustration, anger. Christy says she feels frustration over the fact that she can't finish projects. Okay, that's the window right there. Frustration. That's the window. Let's open the window right now and let's move some of that out. Okay? I see hurt, angry. I need to get out of this cycle. Well, let's move the energy. Remember, you can't get out of it out there. You have to get out of it within. And that's what we're going to work on right now. This is a very powerful process I'm going to share with you right now. And I really want you to dedicate yourself. So if you're feeling the disappointment, if you're feeling the frustration, if you're feeling the anger, you're feeling the hurt, I'm giving you permission right now to feel those feelings. What? We're not supposed to feel those feelings. We're not in alignment. Well, you can't stuff them within. As my dear mother used to say, okay, if you sweep enough crap underneath the carpet, eventually the carpet is going to burst. All right? We don't want the carpet to burst. Okay? You don't want to get hit in the head by life's 2x4. Okay? So let's release and let go right now. So there's confusion, that abandonment, that disappointment, whatever it is for you. I see them popping up here. Thank you for getting them out there. Feel them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a musical mantra here to help you to release and dissipate that energy. But this is a two-way street, okay? I'm going to play, but first of all, one, you have to set the intention to let it go. Step into your power right here, right now, and say, you know what? I'm letting this go. Whatever it is, I'm setting the intention right now to let it go, to process through it, to allow it to flow through me, to release it, to dissipate it. I've held on to it long enough. Okay? I'm ready to experience something else. So what we're going to do here while I play is you're going to breathe, okay? And you're going to get connected to those feelings. And with every exhale, I want you to breathe out frustration, anger, feeling stuck, feeling scared, feeling disappointment, feeling abandonment, feeling confusion, feeling sadness. Just let it go. Breathe it out. Feel as much as you can, but don't get into judgment about how well you're doing. Please, no judgment on this phone call today, on this webinar, all right? Just breathe. Let it go. If you have to use colorful metaphors, use colorful metaphors. If you have to hit the pillow, hit the pillow. If you have to cry, cry. My mother said, son, we cry so that we can clear out our eyes and see life more clearly. So true. Breathe out that feeling stuckness. Whatever it is for you, breathe it out and let it go. Set the intention and breathe. Just get connected to that challenge. Breathe out that feeling alone, that helplessness, the fear, the anger, whatever it is, just let it go. You've been hanging on to it for way too long. And we've created this story that we're powerless, that we don't have the ability to change it. Well, I'm sorry, that's a bunch of malarkey. I don't feel 100% comfortable cursing on these things, so. But it's not the truth, so just breathe it out, let it go. You do have the power. Remember, you're made up of everything that set this universe in motion. Just keep on breathing and releasing. Take another deep breath. And just breathe it out. The simplicity of that process drives people crazy. Because somewhere along the line, we picked up those belief structures somewhere in our programming that things have to be complex and, all kinds of steps. But that little process right there, I have seen people have miraculous shifts in their life by being able to get in touch with their feelings and breathe out that energy and step into their power and their ability to shift their vibration and their energy by intention alone and breathing that out. Let me tell you something, that process right there if I had it on a record, it'd be worn because I've used it so many times myself, in dealing with my own humanity. We're never done. There's always something more to work through. Come to terms with that. That's what you signed up for. Yeah, it was in the small print at the bottom of the contract, but get over it, okay? You're here. So just take another deep breath. The biggest mistake that we can make is to hold our feelings inside and to squelch them. We all have anger, we all have frustration, we all have sadness. Somewhere along the line we were told to judge those as being bad, and only bliss and ecstasy and chocolate and all that good stuff is the good stuff. But no, it's all just energy. I didn't put my little radio diagram in. I probably should. 88.5 is the lower density stuff that doesn't feel so great. And 108.5 is all the blissful stuff that we think is great and good, right? And we try to live on the other end of 108.5, but yet 88.5 is energy. We don't curse at 88.5 part of our FM dial. No, it's just a different frequency. And that frequency happens to feel like anger, frustration, resentment, all the different things, okay? We need to come to terms with that. You're an energy processor, okay? You're processing energy every day. Your state of being is your frequency. That's your energy. You want to change it? That little process right there can instantly change your vibration, your energy, your frequency. It can move you from 92.7 to 100.3. Seen it happen a million times. Combine that energy that the scientists discovered in the music with your power, your intention to change, bam, you can change your frequency. So hopefully you're able to feel something. Hopefully you're able to feel something coming through. Feel your feelings. Process them through. Don't hold on to them. Don't squelch them. I think that there's something inherent that's within all of us. We all want to play beautiful music throughout our lives. Okay? We all want to have a life that's prosperous and abundant. We all want to have a life that's vibrant and healthy. We all want to have a life where we have fulfillment and passion. We want to have a life where we feel connected and empowered. That's your true essence. That's your music. That's the truth of who and what you are. I got some beautiful notes here. Christy saying she's feeling much lighter. Maria says, thank you for the major aha moment with that simple little process. That's right. It's so simple. What did you experience? Type it in. And if you got more to let go, come back and listen to the replay and do it again. Do it again. This is key. Rena says, yes, feeling hopeful and lighter. Thank you. Don't thank me, man. You're the one who stepped into your power. This is how powerful you are. You have the ability to let go of years of stuff. It's like the image that just popped in my head is we're all climbing up this mountain of life, reaching for the top of the mountain, but we all have these huge packs of past life experience that we carry on our backs. Start taking the stuff out of the bag. And what you're going to notice is you're going to be able to move up that mountain much more gracefully, much more easier. You're going to be able to play your beautiful music. But guess what? It's going to require effort on your part. So obviously I love the guitar. Okay, I think the guitar is the coolest instrument in the world. Sorry, any piano players, violin players, please forgive me. I'm entitled to my own opinion, right? I love the guitar. And one of the reasons why I love the guitar, I think it's a great metaphor, for you and me. A great metaphor. And I really want to get into this because this is so cool. It's like we all have strings, right? There's 6 of them on the guitar. All right, we have facets of our lives, right? We have our health, we have our relationships, we have prosperity, we have joy, fulfillment, we have our work, we have prosperity. Those are the strings that we play through, and we've always been so focused on what it is that we can do. In other words, we got to practice the drills. We got to set our goals, take our action steps, our action items for the day. And the music, of course, that we produce, that's our life expression. That's what we produce in our lives. So you're all a bunch of beautiful instruments, okay? And I love the guitar because it's a great metaphor. We have the strings, that's the facets of our lives. We take action through those facets, that's the strumming and the plucking. And then, of course, the music that we play, that's our life expression. That's the symphony that we're expressing into the world. Okay? And most of us spend all the time doing the steps, following the drills. Learning how to play, but never taking the time to tune our strings, okay? So which string of your life are you out of tune in? So I love being creative, okay? I just thought this was such a cool idea. Maybe it's a guitar player thing. I don't know. It's kind of rock and rollish, but I call them the 6 strings of human expression. The E string, all about energizing your health and vitality. Okay, whoops. The A string, activating your prosperity. The D string, discovering your life purpose and expressing it. The G string, growing more harmonious relationships. The B string, believing in the truth of who and what you are. The E string, embracing the joy of living. And most of us, to one degree or another, we're going through life kind of like this. Why is life not working? Because you got to tune the strings. It's so much more pleasant when we're in harmony. Now there's another thing in this whole image of the guitar and the 6 strings and how it relates to you and me is that, guess what? I have to tune my strings all the time. I don't just tune them once and never have to tune them again. I have to tune them all the time. This guitar is already out of tune from what I played so far today. And guess what? I have to go in, I have to tune it. See, in order for us to play beautiful music throughout our lives, we have to tune our strings. The strings are those aspects of your life. And when your strings are in tune, you open the possibility to creating a more successful, vibrant, and fully expressed life. So people ask me, how do I know when I'm out of tune? Where are you experiencing a challenge? That challenge out picturing in your life is an indicator of which string of your life is out of tune. So are you having challenges in relationship? I saw some relationship. Okay? You need to tune that string. Let me go back to that. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, absolutely. You need to tune the G string. Are you having challenges in your health? You need to tune your E string. Are you having trouble opening more prosperity? You need to tune the A string. Are you having challenges discovering your life purpose and successfully expressing that in the world? D string time. Are you just having a heck of a time just trying to embrace the joy of living? Time to tune the E string. I don't know. I still pat myself on the back for being so creative with the whole 6-string thing, but it's a guitar thing, and what can I say? But it's a great analogy, and that's what I do. I help people tune their strings so that you can bring your music, your passion, your calling forward into the world. So the question is, how do we tune our strings and restore harmony in our lives? Okay, by the way, that's actually a picture of my guitar in the background there, just in case you're curious. I get asked a lot, what kind of guitar do I play? It's a Plazuelo flamenco guitar from Spain, made by some Plazuelo guy in Spain. Very talented guitar maker. Beautiful instrument. I've had it for 15 years. I love it. But we all need to tune our strings and restore harmony in our lives. How do we do that? Well, that's what I do. And I'd like to share with you a way that you can tune your strings. And this series right here is the flagship, man. This is the one that can rock and roll your life. I call it the Harmonize Your Life series because we want to be in harmony. We want to be in tune. Until you tune your strings, you're never going to be able to play beautiful music. You're never going to be able to create what it is you want to create. You could be the best guitarist in the world, take the most masterful action in life in the whole shop, but if those strings aren't in tune, you're never going to make beautiful music. So the Harmonize Your Life series is all about tuning your strings. That is exclusively what it's for. What's inside the series? 6 powerful CDs or playlists, depending on which version you like, for each facet of your life. Those look familiar? Health and vitality, prosperity, livelihood, relationship, spirituality, joy and fulfillment. This is like, it's got to be 3 hours worth of music, of healing musical mantras. The same kind of pieces that I played for that young lady who was angry at her father. Okay, forgiveness is in there. I think it's in the spirituality playlist. Could be in the health. Quite honestly, I'm not sure which playlist it's in, but it's in there. 6 powerful playlists of musical mantras to help shift your energy and begin to tune that string. So this is the cool thing. If you already have this series, know this, okay? At some point, you're going to be out of tune in your relationship string. Play the relationship playlist. At some point, you might not feel well, be sick or something like that. Play the health playlist. At some point, you might be finding yourself just not being able to, make the kind of money that you want to make to pay your bills. Play the prosperity playlist. Maybe you're having trouble connecting to your higher self, your spirituality, however that looks for you. Play the spirituality playlist. In combination with your intention and the energy in these playlists, you're going to start tuning that string of your life. Once again, tune the string, play beautiful music. So I want to share a couple comments, and this is really cool. So Mark's music reached directly into my subconscious, releasing old issues and memories. In this case, he intuitively created music, whatever was going on in my mind, and the effect was amazing. Deeply buried issues bubbled up, and we recognized and gently dealt with them. Blockages dissipated. I now begin and end every day with Mark's music. It sets up my day. It helps me center and focus. I believe it increases my productivity. This was the most amazing process I have experienced. From just music playing in the environment can help you tune that particular string. Mark's music has enabled me to conquer some of the deepest apprehensions that I've had about my personal and professional success. How many of us have had that issue? All right. Already opportunities are appearing where before I only saw threats. Change your energy, you change your life. Change within yourself, you change your experience. So in this series, there are 6 musical mantra CDs or MP3 playlists. It's a $200 value. This is the main part of this series. Now, we did half of the process tonight. And I saw the comments that come in, what you felt of releasing that process. Within this series also is the Harmonize Your Life healing process. Okay, that process right there alone is priceless. If you use that process and feel those feelings and set your intention, you're going to create changes in your energy. You're going to tune that string. So let's say you have a frustration about getting a job. Okay, I saw that from a couple different people. Okay, and you feel the anger, the frustration. You go in and you play that livelihood playlist, okay, in your environment as much as possible. How easy is that? You don't have to sit down. You don't have to fill out forms. You don't have to do an online course. Simply push play and go about your day. The only thing that you need to do is set the intention to restore harmony in that aspect of your life. And then when you're feeling the feelings, the frustration, the anger, and you want to move it through and tune that string quickly, you do the process, which is what we experienced part of on this call. You let go of that energy. Mark Romero's musical process is helping me bring balance in my multifaceted life and awaken me to see daily magical moments. I was deep in the doing, in other words, trying to brush the mirror to change the reflection, not allowing the being and working much too hard. How many of you can relate to that? I certainly can. I still get to deal with programming because I came out of 19 years in the corporate world where the key to success was working hard. Let me tell you something. The only reason why that is the case is because you believe that that's the case. That is not the case. Choose a new belief. You can create amazing things with minimal effort, with changing your energy and your vibration. This very important shift is opening me up to new ways of achieving success. I highly recommend anyone wanting to have a more enjoyable path to success and balance in your life to engage in Mark's work. Okay, this is what opens up out of that process. So in the Harmonized Life series, you get the 6 musical mantra CDs, the MP3 playlist, almost 3 hours worth of healing musical pieces so that you can tune any string of your life as you move forward from here. You get the process to help you to move that energy out, to shift things, to tune that string. And guess what? You're going to need to tune your strings as you move forward. Just like in the guitar, I have to tune it all the time. The same principle applies to you and me. That's a total value of $300. I'm also putting in 4 very powerful healing guided meditations, okay, for different aspects of your life. Harmonize health. Health is a huge one, man. People are dealing with disharmony in their body, okay? Guided meditation, Dr. Lara does a meditation in combination with the Harmonized Health musical mantra. Gratitude, tremendously powerful force for shifting your energy. Self-empowerment, who here wants to be more self-empowered? I do. I want to be more self-empowered. It's part of my unfolding. It's part of what I'm doing in life. So you get these 4 powerful healing guided meditations. I think this is almost an hour worth of guided meditations that you can use at different times. So you want to open up your potential, do the open up potential. You want to be more self-empowered, do the self-empowerment meditation. You want to feel more gratitude in life? And let me tell you something, gratitude shifts you into the vortex. It puts you in alignment with what it is that you want to create. You want to feel better, you want to revitalize your health, you need help in there? Harmonize health. So, as I pushed a button, there we go. In the series, you get the 6 musical mantra CDs and MP3 playlists, a $200 value. You get the musical process for healing, $100 value. You get these 4 healing guided meditations, total value of $400. And just for being on this call, for being part of this webinar, I love to offer these specials at different times in the month. Today, you can start harmonizing your life today for just $147. You can click, oh, that's right, I have a button here. Gee, I can't forget my buttons, man. I forget my buttons sometimes. Let's see here. There it is. It should be appearing there on your screen. You can click the button. I try to make things simple. Let me tell you something. This system rocks, okay? If you want something that's going to help you through life, dealing with your challenges, your obstacles that arise, there are opportunities to lift your life, to move your life to a new level. This series, between those 6 playlists, that process, And those 4 guided meditations can have a tremendous impact on your life. So you can click on the button there and take advantage of the special offer, or you can go to markromeromusic.com/harmonize. Once again, markromeromusic.com/harmonize to begin tuning your strings. And I want to end with this thought. And once again, I need to shift my screen there. Within each and every one of us is a song. Within you is a piece of music, okay, that you came here to share in this time, in this place, in this life. Okay, that piece of music needs to be shared. And guess what? You got to tune your strings to be able to share it. If you want to play it masterfully, if you want to play it beautifully, if you truly want to express the inner Mozart, the inner Bach, the inner Beethoven, the inner Master, whatever U2, whatever your music is, okay, you have to restore harmony and balance. You have to tune your strings. It is the expression of that song, of you being true to who and what you are, expressing your music that is going to transform your life and the world that we live in. Okay? I'm big on changing this world. My goal, my vision is to restore harmony in a disharmonious world. I want everybody playing beautiful music, being able to bring their authentic selves forward, having the success, having the passion, having the prosperity, having the fulfillment, bringing that forward into the world. That, my friends, is what's going to change the world that we live in. So yes, each and every one of us play an important part in this thing called global transformation. It's just not me. It's just not people you see on TV or things that you see on videos online. It's you. It's your music. It's you bringing your authentic self forward, bringing your music forward into the world. That's going to create amazing things. Absolutely. So no pressure, right? No pressure on any of us. Commit yourself today to harmonizing your life, feeling your feelings, allowing that energy to blow through you, man. Quit fighting your obstacles and your challenges. Move through them. Utilize them as a stair step to the next level, a stair step to the other level, to unveiling that enlightened person that's within all of us. That's our truth. Commit yourself today to harmonizing your life and connecting to your unlimited ability to play beautiful music throughout your life. And that is why I wanted to share this message. And if you want to deepen that work, you can do so. And start harmonizing your life today. Special offer. It's the only time you're going to see this for $147. And you can go to either click on the button on the right there or go to markromeromusic.com/harmonize. Once again, markromeromusic.com/harmonize, or you can click on the button to the right. So I just want to thank you. Let me go back here. I want to thank you for allowing me to do what I do, to express myself, my music, so to speak, and for taking the time to be on this call and sharing this experience with me. If you have any questions whatsoever, please email me at support@markromeromusic.com, support@markromeromusic.com. I answer my questions. I'm involved. They still make me take the trash out here. You know, I still do a lot of stuff because I love it. I enjoy it. And it's just really been special to have an opportunity to reflect and to share and to do what we did today. So thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and being part of this. Once again, I hope you'll take advantage of the special offer if you don't have it already and begin to bring your music, your song, forward into the world. Thank you, and have a happy and harmonious rest of the week and weekend ahead. Take care.